Hi everybody, this is Tor Storley and I am back with another video. I thought in this video I'll go revisit my Oracle. I just installed Oracle 21C XE on my new laptop, which is the one that I'm using for this video. And I kind of want to go through a couple of things about the installation of the Oracle database. In this particular instance on my Windows machine, I got Windows 64-bit, Windows 11. And I'll just kind of briefly touch on how you can put it on your machine if you have a Windows machine at least. If not, there might be other videos that you might want to go and check out to see. So the first thing we need to do is to get a hold of the Oracle database. Now, if you go here, as you can see on my screen, there is an Oracle Database Express Edition. What you can do is you can click on this link, and when you do, you're going to end up on this particular website. You can see it up here, oracle.com/database/technologies/exe-downloads HTML page. Then you want to pick out whatever version you need. I downloaded this first one here, the Express Edition for Windows x64. You just download it and it goes into your download folder, and then you can install it from there. It's pretty plain vanilla install. It might take you about 10 to 20 minutes in the install, so just be patient. It's very easy to do. So that's the first one you need. Then if you want to have a front end to that database, you probably want to go and download the SQL Developer, which is this one here. Now, this one might require you to log in to the OTN, the Oracle Technical Network. If that's the case, make sure that you create an account there and log in so you can download this. I did this download, this 459 megabyte download that installs it on a Windows 64-bit machine. So Java Development Kit 11. So that's the one that I installed on my machine. And once you have those two downloaded, and you install the Oracle database, this one, and if I go into the Oracle 21C Express Edition here, all I did was I put this zip file for the SQL Developer in here, and I just extracted it out to its own folder here. And when you do that, this is what you see. And all you have to do really is to double click on this SQL Developer EXE, because everything is included in this folder. So it's very simple to do. And if you want to, you can just go to show more options. Okay, it's already pinned, so it says unpinned from taskbar, but you pin it to the taskbar so it shows up down here. That's what I like to do, like here. So that's all there's to the installation. And again, there's plenty of videos that shows you on YouTube how to install the 21C XE edition of Oracle database and the SQL Developer. So check that out if you need additional help with your install. Okay, once you get that installed, then you simply open up the SQL Developer like you see here. You simply click on this plus sign to create a new connection. Now, one thing that I noticed when I set this up is that it comes like this. You can see it, the SID is sitting on XE, but I don't use that. I use the service name. And let me show you what I use for that particular one. So if you look at my account here, under this instance, this schema here, or user I should say, StoreTX, which is me. If I go to properties here, you can see how I set this up. I create a username, which is going to be the user created by the administrator, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then you give it a name up here. You can leave these at default. I prefer to save the password. So once you give it a password here, I save it here, and I also, put it somewhere else I have it. But notice, I leave it at localhost. I leave it at port number 1521, but I don't use the SID XE because I had issues when I tried to use the sys account and try to create stuff. I didn't see it when I went into this. I didn't even get to this user when I did that. To do so, make sure you put the service name equal to XEPDB1. Where that is coming from is when you install Oracle, and if you look at some of those other installation videos, you'll see after you install it, it gives you these locations, how to connect to it and so forth. And it gives you this service name. This is like a default plugin. And after 12C Oracle installs, it started to use something called pluggable databases. So you can kind of keep plugging more and more databases into your installations. And by default here, it comes with this XE pluggable database 1, as you can see. So XE for, the developer edition here, PDB, I should say, 1. So that's how I prefer to set it up in my SQL developer. So once you set up the database and open up this stuff, you create a connection. And the way you want to do that is you want to give it a name. I call it Oracle 21C XE. That's the name of my database here, or instance, I should say. This is for users, actually. The database is the database, but these are like users. So one of them is the sys, the system administrator. So you want to log in as sys, and of course you give it a password when you actually do the installation. And then the role you want to connect to is the sysdba. And then of course is the localhost 1521, but I use the service name XE pluggable database 1 here, as you can see. Same thing here, but the difference between this account, this came with the install, and you named it sys, and you log in as sysdba. And again, I'm saving the password. So that's how you want to log into this initial database so you can create new users.